On the floor for the visitors, the San Antonio Spurs. At shooting guard, Lonnie Walker IV. At center, Jacob Hurdle. At small forward, Keldon Johnson. At the other forward position, Thaddeus Young. At the other guard position, DeJounte Murray. The head coach of the visitors, Greg Popovich. Let's meet the starters now for your Los Angeles Lakers. Starting at shooting guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 26, Kent Bazemore. At center, 6'10", number 39, Dwight Howard. The other guard, at 6 feet 3 inches, number 0, Russell Westbrook. At forward, 6'10", number 3, A.D. Anthony Davis. At forward, 6'9", number 6, LeBron James. The head coach for your Los Angeles Lakers, Frank Vogel. Once again, the starters for your Los Angeles.
Thank you for tuning into this Sunday afternoon 2K Sports edition of the NBA. And tonight, we've got the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the San Antonio Spurs. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. D.A., take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron James is tied for the third most MVP awards all time. He's also tied for the most second-place finishes. Frank Vogel said it's a mistake to go season after season without voting the best player in the league as MVP. LeBron says, I should have more than 4, but I don't cry about it. I bet a lot of the greats feel the same. Kevin?
They probably do, and we certainly know how LeBron feels. David, thank you. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Lakers, right there in 5th position, middle of the pack in the conference. And checking out San Antonio, sitting there 4 spots below.
You know, for Los Angeles, they've already shown they're going to be a dangerous team this season. It's just a matter of whether or not they can take that next big step.
They're in a terrific position to do it, right near the top of the standings. Plenty of the season left to play. This month or 2 should reveal their true colors.
A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Murray and Walker are the guards. Hurdle is out there with Young, and it's Johnson in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Lakers. And they have their big 3 all out there. Westbrook at the point, with LeBron and Davis at the forward. Kent Bazemore is out there with Howard. And tonight, Greg, 2 teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans.
Murray lays it up and banks it in.
An explosive athlete with the ball in his hands. DeJounte Murray doing a dance and creating space for his shot.
A nice shot by Howard.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack, and where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That is his first foul of the game. Murray kicks to Pirtle. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And Young slams it home.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Pirtle with the steal. Outside, Walker. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there. He never takes a break on any possession. He is ruthless on the offensive side of the floor.
Here's Murray. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. Out to the right wing. To the middle. Here's Young. A second chance effort. And Davis sends it back.
All of AD's 7'6" wingspan coming into play allowed him to block it away.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And the Spurs with possession here. Following the bucket by the Lakers. Passes it to Walker. Now Pirtle. And it's sent back by Howard.
And love seeing Howard rise up and reject shooters. Just a juggernaut on defense. And that assist got a little nod from his teammate after that one.
For San Antonio, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's Pirtle. Young trying to break free. Misses off the right iron. And for Pirtle, the stats don't tell the whole story. Stevie just does whatever he can to help his team.
He's a good screener, solid defender, runs the floor, and you can't teach his size. And in the history of the game, few players LeBron's size have handled the ball as well as he does.
Here's Murray following the bucket by the Lakers. They need this, and it's Murray with the jam.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Davis against Young. And it's Davis missing.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Knocked away and stolen by LeBron. And there's the pass to Davis. Back to LeBron. Dishes to Davis. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Murray kicks to Johnson. Makes it off the glass. Johnson's got his second basket of the game.
Defensive breakdown. Murray attracts attention as a scorer, which opens up everything else.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
And as we've seen at the defensive end, Murray can rack up a lot of steals.
Greg, the reason why we know this. Long arms, quick hands, and once he picks it, he's off to the races. A tremendous open court player.
Here for the Lakers. Anthony's checked in for Howard. Horton Tucker comes in for James. And it's Kendrick Nunn in for Kent Bazemore. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Eubanks, he's checked in for Burke. Doug McDermott comes in for Young. Vassell, he's checked in for Keldon Johnson. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Lonnie Walker. San Antonio with the ball after the basket by Los Angeles. Murray, good. Murray's got 6.
Cutting his teeth in the Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
None passes to Davis. None kicks to Anthony. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on DeJounte Murray.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Los Angeles shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
That free throw good from Anthony. You know, Steve, you look around the league, a couple teams already suffering injuries, testing that depth early on.
And Kevin, because they came into the season with high hopes, it's really a test of their mental resolve as well.
Collins checked in for the Spurs.
2 minutes remain in the first.
Here is Forbes. McDermott with it. Now Anthony defending. McDermott dishes to Collins. Rebound by Anthony. Here are the Lakers. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Westbrook. Anthony against Collins. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Westbrook. He's got 6.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo. Overpowering the D and still finishes.
1:24 left to play in the first. McDermott passes to Eubanks. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Here is Forbes after the basket by Los Angeles. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
He was one of those great summer league stories. Bryn Forbes can get by as a knockdown shooter while still rounding out the rest of his game.
Monks checked in for Russell Westbrook. Both free throws good from Forbes. Lakers leading by 4. Pass to Monk. None. Bounce pass. The feed to Davis. Here is Forbes. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Davis drives in. Vassell grabs the board. Spurs trail by 4. Left side Collins. He dishes it to Forbes. Releases. Tries again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, easy call.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one drops.
Shooting for San Antonio.
And so Collins nails both of them. With 1 on the clock. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
And this is how you fire up your teammates. LeBron with a 10 on that one.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Lakers ahead, up 4. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Lakers.
They're doing a great job defensively down low. They've already racked up a lot of blocks. They've established an intimidation factor early in this one.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Los Angeles leading by 4, so with Westbrook on the bench. This is who Vogel is out there. LeBron and Davis, the dynamic forward pair. Kendrick Nunn out there with Malik Monk. And it's Howard in at the 5. Here is Forbes, following the basket by Anthony Davis. Passes it to McDermott, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Having an efficient 3-point attack, very tough to defend. Let's see some of the best. The Lakers, number 1.
The threat of deep shooting makes everything easier offensively. They've been incredibly accurate from long range.
Looking for look now for San Antonio. Young comes in for McDermott, and it's Lonnie Walker in for Bryn Forbes. James looking around. Elbow shot is on the way. The pass to Nunn. One for three. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Inside, here's Young, and Young slams it home.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
And you look at the 2021 draft class, just some unbelievable talent at the top.
I mean, Cade Cunningham, for me, probably is the consensus best player, but man, you got guys like Suggs and Green and Kuminga with that rare athleticism. And how about Mobley? He really defines what a modern-day big is supposed to be. I mean, what more could you want?
And that one falls for Davis.
You know, it's been tremendous to watch Anthony Davis realize his potential here in the NBA. Over the seasons, he's lived up to the hype and developed himself into a true all-star.
Now, here's Monk, following the miss by DeJounte Murray. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. LeBron with it. 6 points for him. Driving inside. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Here is Howard. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Monk, the pass to Bazemore. 6 to shoot. Baseline jumper. The rebound by Young. And San Antonio shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Bazemore against Murray. Can't hit from 12. And so Bazemore will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Only giving up 2 points this quarter.
And you see the team-first mentality of Anthony Davis, wanting to involve his teammates.
Now Murray. He has 6. Here's Young. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Los Angeles making a switch here. Westbrook's checked in. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
Your Laker girls. And your Laker girls.
On defense, the Lakers. And here's Young from the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Young's got it back down to single digits for San Antonio. Lakers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Pass to Monk. Bazemore with it, now guarded by Verba. And that one's good by Davis.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Murray. The kick out to Young. Great D that time from Howard.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Monk for three, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
That's what you get from a vet like Bazemore, making the next pass.
Spurs trail by 14. Walker, bounce pass. Here's Murray. And the basket for the fourth time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Bucket is good.
And like Shaq in the past, it takes a ton to stop Howard on these shots. Simply bodying him sometimes isn't enough.
And it's Murray with the jam.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Los Angeles shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. The dynamic rag between players and officials is always interesting, with some players saying they think there's a lot of room for improvement. What do you think?
Well, we do see players getting teed up for simply making their case, and really the guys just want to play. So, yeah, you love to see a little bit more harmony out on the floor. And maybe we need to get those two groups together in the offseason to break bread and try to smooth over that relationship.
Davis. No good that time. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Here is Forbes. He's covered by Westbrook. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Forbes.
This is for any dedicated floor spacer. Once in a while, you have to test the defense inside. Forbes with a beautiful play.
Offensive rebound. A nice shot by Howard.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Now here's Murray. 10 points for him. That one, no good. Westbrook with the nice D there. Here's Davis. He shoots again, and the layup is good. Howard's got 10.
Howard really brings it on the offensive glass, using that wide wingspan to come up with those loose balls.
Here's Murray. Collins trying to break free. Murray, no good.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Exploiting the opposing defense in the paint here. That they've set up shot down in there this second quarter, and boy, are they cashing in.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Marcus All's check in for Howard. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Davis, and it's Kendrick Nunn in for Kent Bazemore. San Antonio also making some changes. Eubanks comes in for Keldon Johnson, and it's Vassell in for Murray. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Westbrook, and Westbrook throws it down.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
And San Antonio has possession, following the bucket by the Lakers.
Shooters like Brand doesn't come around very often. That jumper is wet.
And here's Nunn. He's been quiet so far, still no points in the game. Anthony left side. Collins with some nice D. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Lakers lead by 19.
Thanks very much here with Frank Vogel. Coach, the points coming with regularity in that first half. What's been the key?
We're playing with a high offensive motor. We're screening with physicality. We're cutting hard. We're moving the basketball. We're getting good shots for ourselves.
And it's showing on the floor, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter, and they kept it close, trailing by, at the most, 4 points. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. What you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Lakers?
The work they put in on the glass has been the difference maker. Truly an all-hands-on-deck attack. Give them credit for being the more aggressive team. Rebounding is one of the stats that sometimes gets overlooked, but not tonight. Shaq.
Let's get your thoughts on San Antonio.
Just bad interior defense from them throughout the half. They're getting pushed around, not protecting the rim, allowing easy looks. That's the kind of D I love to face. I've had at least 30 by now, guys.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We have seen an exceptional performance from Dwight Howard.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And that's turnover number 2 on the game, doing a nice job in terms of ball control.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
On the court for San Antonio, Murray and Walker are the guards. Young is out there with Pirtle, and it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. Pass to LeBron. To the paint, here's Howard, and Pirtle sends it back.
Gotta love the shot blocking ability of Pirtle. Wonderful timing right there.
Johnson, a wide open look, gets it to go from beyond the arc. Johnson's got 7.
They might be behind, but you can't blame him. He has been spectacular so far in this one.
James finds Davis. Count it. And that's now 11 points for Anthony Davis.
And loving the strategy. Even though you're well ahead, you want to stay in attack mode.
You want to stay aggressive, right at the rim, driving another nail into the coffin.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
The drive by LeBron. And James throws it down.
Can't do anything about it. LeBron gets a step. Next thing you know, he's hanging off the rim.
Murray against Westbrook. Murray kicks to Young. Down low. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
Lakers leading by 14. LeBron outside. Trying to get open is Davis. And James with the basket on the assist by Baseball. James has got 4 points this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pirtle, high post. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Feeds it to Davis. Here's Howard. Back to Westbrook. James right side. Kicks to Howard. Just 5 to shoot. Shot up 2 there. That's 12 points for Howard.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
Here's Murray. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
And Murray's got the ball here for San Antonio. It's a 14-point game. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Good evening, Kevin. Now, the NBA does get high marks for its diversity, but there is some frustration on that front. Look at head coaches and front office positions. All-star Karl Anthony Towns said, men of color deserve a chance to lead a team, run an organization, and make their mark. Not just with a jersey on, but with a suit on. Guys?
Thank you, David. Murray. And Davis pulls it down. Los Angeles leading by 14. Bazemore passes to Davis. Westbrook up top. Outside Howard. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 5th assist in this one. The Spurs have gotten nearly everything to drop this quarter. They're 7 of 8 from the floor since halftime. Murray, good.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
LeBron with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And they double up Davis. That will fall for his 7th bucket, 7 for 15 in this game.
You see the weight that AD's added to his frame over the years. Now invites contact.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
It's T-shirt bonanza. Make some noise.
Substitution here for the Lakers. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Howard. Horton Tucker comes in for LeBron. Monk's checked in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Kendrick Nunn in for Russell Westbrook. And the basket by Vassell.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Here's Nunn. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And they double up Davis. It's Monk at the elbow. Here's Horton Tucker. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And how about Monk there scanning the floor for the open teammate? That's how you develop a trust from your teammates.
And Kendrick Nunn is going to pick up the foul.
Kendrick Nunn.
That's his first foul.
His first personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Eubanks. And the layup's good off the glass.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Back to Anthony. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Anthony's got 10.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Here's Eubanks. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Passes it to Vassell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Forbes inside the line. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead. And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Vassell, no good. The Lakers on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. Back to Davis. There's the pass to Horton Tucker. Stolen by Collins. There's 21 seconds left here in the third quarter. Forbes can't get it to go.
You like that he's still attacking, but the results tonight just haven't been there.
Horton Tucker's shot is off. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Monk. It could go. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Lakers on top. Ending the third quarter on a 14-6 run. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Spurs trail by 20. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Russell Westbrook. Anthony Davis is out there with Anthony. Then it's Kendrick Nunn. And it's Horton Tucker in at the small forward. Here's Westbrook after the basket by San Antonio. Picked his pocket. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Pass to Vassell. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Braun, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And San Antonio with the change here, too. DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for Eubanks. Pass to McDermott. Here's Vassell. Misses off the left iron.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's Anthony. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got assist number 8 here in this one already. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Poked away. Westbrook with it. And the shot goes in. Breaking down some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Lakers.
They've been playing such pesky defense. It's been very impressive, especially all the turnovers they've caused.
And I also love what they've done defensively in terms of closing out to the shooters, getting a hand up, just making them feel a little uncomfortable on the offensive end.
Here's LeBron following the three-pointer by San Antonio. Here's Anthony. Now that one is his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
And Melo is highly explosive, nailing shots left and right. The D has got to get it out of his hands.
San Antonio calls timeout. And with the offense we've been seeing throughout the league this year, Steve, what are the chances someone breaks the Suns' record of 107 points and a half?
Wow, Kevin. We saw the Warriors put up 92 and a half a few years back, but that's still 15 points short. I think a team like the Warriors, the Brooklyn Nets, a few of them, if they get going from behind the three-point line, it's possible.
Checked in for the Lakers. Ken Bazemore comes in for Kendrick Nunn. San Antonio also making some changes. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Doug McDermott. Johnson comes in for Devin Vassell. And Walker subbed in for Bryn Forbes. Fires from 14. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now, here's Howard. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And they double up Murray. Walker taking his time here. His first shot coming late. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Los Angeles leading by 21. And James throws it down hard.
Dunking is second nature to LeBron. All he needs is ideal positioning, and he's golden.
How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Now here's Murray. And here's Johnson outside. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
LeBron with it. And Young picks him up defensively. And Poeltl sends it back. Passes to Johnson. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last.
San Antonio ball.
To the inside, Poeltl, and the dunk by Poeltl.
It doesn't take much for Poeltl to throw it down. At 7 feet tall, all he has to do is be near the hoop.
Bazemore dishes to Westbrook, and Bazemore kicks to James. The pass to Howard. Here's Anthony, defended by Young. Shot clock at 5. Poeltl trying to get open. The kick out to Westbrook. Pass to James. Connects from three-point range. LeBron's got 5 points in the quarter.
Nice touch on the jumper. Even at this stage in his career, LeBron's floor spacing ability continues to evolve.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That'll be his second foul of the game. Anthony Davis is checked in for Anthony. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Hutchison passes to Walker. Pass to Primo. 6 on the shot clock. Makes good on the step-back jumper.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Here's Davis. Yes, that's James picking up the assist. James has got 9 assists in the game. Great passer. Spurs trail by 21. Into the lane. Aminu, no one around him. His 3-pointers off the mark. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Lakers.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Los Angeles.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game of peace. Still 2 more to go in the season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for LeBron.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Walker against Bazemore. Here's Westbrook, and he converts the lane.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Pass to Eubanks.
Los Angeles foul. LeBron James. That's his first.
He misses the free throw.
Third team foul. At the line for
He
the...
can't make the second free throw either, missing both. With the drive, outside for Robinson. Now James. From deep. Drops it in.
It doesn't take much for LeBron to get going, which is what makes him so intimidating.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks very much. LeBron, when you know AD is behind you, how does that help you defensively?
You can stay home. You can allow him to play one-on-one versus a guard versus a big, and you can stay home and be able to box out and get rebounds because he's that good.
It's quite a 1-2 punch, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.